Questions from المعاصر book. Question number 1, choose the correct answer from unit 5. These questions from unit 5. Okay. Question number 1. In the equation x equal 4y plus 3, the dependent variable we have here x we called it what? Dependent variable. But y we called it independent variable. We have dependent variable and y we called it independent variables. Then the dependent variables here we will what? We will x we called it dependent variable. Choose letter A. Okay, we called x here dependent variable. X we called what in this equation? X we called it dependent variable, but y we called it independent variable. Look at question number 2. In the equation 9a plus 24 equal p, the independent variable here, independent variable, we called it what? A. A is independent variable. Choose letter P about question number 2. Okay, choose letter B. We called it what here? A is independent variable, but P we called it dependent variable. We have the difference between dependent and independent. Independent lies in the expression, but B we called it dependent variable. Again, A we called it what? Independent variable, but B we called it dependent variable. Choose letter what about question number 2? Choose letter P. Okay. Question number 3. Eight more than S equal T. 8 more than S equals T equation. We want to find the equation here about question number 3. 8 more than S. Question number C. 8 more than S. C meaning 8 plus S equal T. 8 more than S equal T. 8 more than S equal T. Choose letter C. Number 4. M equals to the product of n and 3. M equal 3n. Number 4. Choose letter A. M equal 3n. M equals the product of n and 3. M equal 3n. Number 5. 4 times t added to 7 equals k. Question number 5. Choose letter C. 4 times t added to, t meaning plus, added to 7 equals k. In the equation it will be 4t plus 7 equals k. 4 times t added to 7 equals k. Number 6. F equals the sum of adding 11 to the product of 8 and E. In the equation what? Question number 6. We must choose what? Choose letter D. Again, F equals the sum of adding 11 to the product of 8 and E. 8 and E. F equal 11 plus 8E. Understood? F equals the sum of 11, sum of adding 11, adding, it's meaning plus, adding 11 to the product of 8, it will be what? 8 and E. Understood? Product between 8 and 8, meaning multiplication. Again, F equals the sum of, it's meaning adding 11 2 added to what? 8 product E. 8 product E is meaning 8E. If equals the sum of adding 11 to the product 8 and E. Question number 7. The word phrase for the equation G equal 9H. Question 7. We must choose letter what? Letter P. We can reading this equation 9 equal G equal 9H. G equal 9H, it's meaning G equals the product of 9 and H. Or we can write G equals 9 times H. Again, G equals 9 product by H, or G equal the product of 9 and H, or we can call it G equals the times between 9 and H. G equals 9 times H. Choose letter B about question number 7. Question number 8. In the opposite table equations which using the variables, here we have variables R and T to swing where R is the number of reads and T is the total number. Okay, we can find the relation between the ride and the number of tickets. Question number 8. We can choose what? Letter D. We have here T, the total number, equal 11 multiplication by R. Because the ride here number of tickets 11, swing 11, and Viking 8 tickets. Okay, in the opposite table, the equation which using the variables T and R and T. Okay, R and T. Here R, we called it the number of reads. R is a variable here. Number of reads, and T is a total. Write the total here outside and R behind 11. 11 coefficient of R. Okay, we can change it. R here. If R equal 1, then T equal R times 1 equal 11. Or if R equal 2, then T equal 11 times 2, and so on. Then we can write the variable here R refers to the number of swing, but T refers to the total number of tickets. Okay, choose letter D about question 8.